Hello and welcome to the Cellar Door. I'm George and today I'm in South Australia, home to one of the most recognised names in Australian winemaking, the Hardys. I'm about to meet Geoff Hardy and get a behind the scenes tour and taste of his iconic wines by Geoff Hardy. And you get to come with me. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
We've arrived at the perfect moment. Vintage. The whole vineyard is buzzing. Harvesters running, fruit coming in, barrels fermenting, and winemakers darting everywhere trying to wrangle it all. We've got an incredible day lined up. First, we're catching up with Geoff Hardy for a bit of history, a wander through the vines, and a cheeky glass by the lake house, the heart of K1. Then we're heading into the thick of vintage at McLaren Vintners, where K1's winemaker, Shane Harris, is giving us rare behind-the-scenes access. Freshly pressed Chardonnay juice straight from the barrel, Sauvignon Blanc pulled right from the tank. We'll taste these wines at their youngest, just as they begin their journey. And to finish, well, we've saved the best for last. A wine K1 only makes when the season is truly exceptional. Their crown jewel, the kind of bottle you don't forget. It's going to be a huge episode, and I cannot wait to show you around. Let's go meet Geoff Hardy. Geoff, thank you so much for having me at this beautiful winery of yours.
It's a pleasure having you here, George. Absolutely.
Now, you built this.
Yes.
All of this yourself.
1987, we started the vineyard, started building the vineyard. It was a dairy for 30 years. It had exactly the right climate for growing super duper premium grapes, much cooler than McLaren Vale, so this was the place where K1 began.
So it was the first vineyard here. So McLaren Vale was established, but...
Yeah, McLaren Vale was 8,000 hectares in total, I think, so quite a large district, 160 years old at that stage, but we needed grapes of the varieties like Sauvignon Blanc and Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, so we needed that cooler climate. And this was ideal. We're nearly 40 years later.
Yeah, you're heading towards 40.
Here we are, yeah. I wish I was only 40.
And it's come a long way.
I feel quite old when I see that every one of those trees I planted, and some of the oaks here are this big in diameter, and I'm going, am I really that old? But no, it's been great doing it, I tell you. I mean, it's fabulous fun.
It's such an achievement because, this was bare.
There was a little pot dam just for the cows to drink at here, and we needed a road to go out the back, and so we decided to push the road up, and three of us on a bulldozer and a couple of scrapers, we built that road and made access to the back of the vineyard. And then we started planting trees on it, and here it is.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. K1 Wines is deep in the heart of vintage, and the vineyards are alive with the sound of music. I mean wine. The grapes are looking absolutely spectacular. Plump, sun-kissed, and nearly ready for harvest. For Geoff, this is the busiest time of year. Every day he's out walking the rows, tasting the fruit straight from the vine, waiting for that perfect moment when sugar, acidity and flavour are in complete harmony. So let's head out into the vines, get a feel for the vintage and take a closer look at what makes these grapes and this season so special.
This is the day of picking, so we're right in the middle of harvest at the moment. The 25 harvest is looking superb.
Yeah?
And
I mean, the grapes look glorious.
The grapes are in great nick.
So
we've got the Cabernet Sauvignon. We're right in between the two varieties, both again 35 years old, and genetically they're close. But the Cabernet has smaller berries and a more tannin, more skin effect on the flavour, and needs to be really, really ripe to have the sweetness of fruit. And Merlot shows lots of mulberry and fresh fruit, violets and that earlier in the ripeness spectrum, slightly bigger berries you can see. You know, generally wine grapes have small berries, and that gives you the colour concentration because all the colour's in the skins.
Yeah.
If you'd like to try the comparison of flavour,
Sure.
I'm not sure whether you...
Oh no.
So that's the Cabernet Sauvignon.
Tested, okay.
And you get very drying tannins.
Okay.
That will be more...
I'll do it that way. So we've got the Cab
Cabernet,
and the Merlot.
Merlot, yeah.
And which one do you think I should taste first?
Actually, Merlot's probably the way
Merlot
to go.
first?
Yes, it's sweeter for a start because it ripens a little earlier than Cabernet. It's got a little bit of blue fruit, mulberry and blueberry flavours.
That's lovely.
And the Cabernet gets more blackcurrant, blackberry in its flavour, and you'll get more tannin from that. I
Okay,
think.
I'll brace myself.
Yeah. There's a drying effect there. And,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's very flavourful.
Yeah. And it's got a little bit of a herbaceous hint, and that's the varietal character. And we usually wait till that becomes softer, and so it's not too green in its character. And so this is still a week and a half away. These are being picked today. So this is absolutely at peak ripeness.
Peak Merlot.
Yeah, you're seeing it on its day of birth, if you like.
Oh, happy birthday.
The wine birth.
That's going to be a pearler too.
No, we're really, really happy with the quality of the fruit this year. I mean, it's exciting, that's for sure.
Tasting the fruit straight off the vine is pretty special. But what I love about Geoff is that his connection to this place goes way beyond today's vintage. Before a single post went into the ground, he spent years studying this land. The slope, the morning sun, the cool air. He didn't just find this spot, he chose it very deliberately. So the first vines that you planted, are they towards the back?
Yeah, so the reason for buying this land is 45 acres of northeast facing slope. We studied which climates in the Adelaide Hills were best for Chardonnay, Pinot and Sauvignon Blanc, and anything facing northeast was the morning sun. So the days warm up a little bit earlier in the day, and it dries the dew out at that stage, and so you were getting more even ripeness. In the hot end of the day in the west, the sun would be going down, so those three varieties got that prize, 45 acres, hence well, I think they win more trophies than the others, often, you know. So it's a beautiful part of the vineyard.
And while the site has proven itself year after year, every vintage has its own personality. This season in particular has thrown up something a little unusual, and Geoff's been keeping a close eye on how the vines are responding.
The vines this year have certainly had the driest year for a long, long time. They're very clean, the flavours are very pure and they're concentrated absolutely. So we're getting very high BOMOs and we're about 2 or 3 weeks earlier than a normal year. So it's been quite a different year to the last two, which were cooler years, and that makes it really interesting in the wines because you can relate to the year so well with the flavour of the wine. It's great.
And so once these are picked, they'll head to your winery?
Yes, McLaren Vintners. We happily have a good team down there along with Shane, of course, the winemaker, and they look after it beautifully according to the formula plan that we want.
And Your secret plan?
Yeah, that's right. The art comes into it a bit at that stage too. So it's not only science, there's plenty of art too in winemaking.
Yeah, it's a beautiful marriage of both, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
After the break, we're heading into the barrel hall to meet K1's chief winemaker, Shane Harris. He's giving us a rare behind-the-scenes tasting of Chardonnay straight from the barrel, fresh from this year's vintage. Stick around, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Cellar Door, Australia. It's the peak of vintage. Long days, early mornings, and right now, more fruit moving around the state than at any other time of year. We're heading into McLaren Vale to visit McLaren Vintners, a facility purpose-built for premium winemaking. Here, thousands of tons of fruit pass through every season. But it's how the fruit is handled that sets this place apart. Rows of stainless steel tanks, some holding a tiny 1,500 litres and others up to 90,000, allow winemakers to treat each parcel separately. That means every block, every variety and every clone can be fermented on its own, preserving the unique character of each vineyard. From there, wines move into expansive barrel halls, where temperature, oxygen and time work together to shape structure and complexity. It's a side of winemaking many people never get to see. The calm, controlled environment where each wine quietly develops its identity. And guiding the K1 wines through this process is Chief Winemaker Shane Harris. Shane has been part of the K1 story since 2006, and his craft speaks for itself. He's been named Wine State Magazine's Winemaker of the Year 3 times. In a moment, we'll join him in the barrel hall to taste this year's freshly pressed Chardonnay and discover a bit of the magic behind barrel aging.
So tell me about the process. What's happening in this beautiful barrel?
So here we have all the K1 Chardonnay from this year. Our Chardonnay comes in whole bunches, very gently pressed, and the juice will actually go into these French oak barrels on the same day. On the first day, the juice is quite cloudy, the same way as you buy cloudy apple juice. And then we ferment on those solids, which helps us build palate weight, complexity, and all those beautiful things. The other beautiful thing is all these barrels are all wild fermented, so we find that each barrel has its own microflora, and they will all taste slightly different, which adds to that complexity.
And really gives it that stamp of where it's from.
Stamp of size. So Chardonnay is a beautiful variety to get that stamp of regionality and even zeroing down to single sites, which is why it's so famous internationally. Fun for winemakers is that we can actually turn and leave a winemaking signature within the wine by just changing oak selections.
What's your signature? Are we about to taste it?
We're absolutely going to taste this now. So this has been in the barrel for a couple of weeks now. So we have finished primary fermentation in this one, and we're just starting to do some malolactic fermentation.
Right.
During this phase, we'll go through and stir the barrels, the lees in the barrels every week to build that layer of flavour and complexity while Malo's happening.
Ooh.
Some lovely citrus drive from the Adelaide Hills. So we always have that predominant citrus along with the stone fruit. So white peaches, nectarines.
That comes through a lot more strongly on the second
Absolutely.
whiff.
Yeah.
That's the technical name, isn't it?
We're always whiffing and we're
Always
quaffing.
whiffing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've whiffed. Do we quaff?
We quaff next.
Great.
Beautiful. Cheers. So the weight of the wine that's now bone dry for sugar,
Yeah.
but we're building layers, we're building flavours, and that's what takes the time in the maturation phase, is to build that complexity.
So apart from this sort of more complex structure, what other flavours will emerge as time goes on?
Over time, we'll see the effects. So even there, you can taste Malo's just starting to take off. So there is a creamy, almost the feeling when you eat ice cream. After ice cream, you get a nice creaminess in the back of your palate. That will change into slightly more buttery, caramelly flavours over time. Our oak selections through here will add vanillas, lovely nutty textures as well. And just the framework happens around it. So as this clears and as that's done, the lusciousness of Chardonnay, and that's the beauty of Chardonnay. It's just a fantastic wine, not only to make, as winemakers enjoy making it, but also enjoying it in the glass at the end of the day as well.
Yeah, it is delicious. Nice to meet you.
So this is barrel number 15. We've officially met barrel number 15.
Wonderful.
With barrel number 15 already showing real promise, it's time to take our Chardonnay journey a step further and compare it with one of K1's signature white varieties, Sauvignon Blanc. To do that, we're heading out towards the stainless steel tanks. But before we get there, something has stopped us in our tracks. Vintage has its own kind of theatre, and right here in the winery, the Reds put on a show of their own. It's a little glimpse of a wine only 6 days old, already hinting at the character it will one day become.
What's going on over here? It looks beautiful.
Looks beautiful. This is one of the smells, sights and sounds of vintage is Reds fermentation on skins. So Reds ferment on skins because all the flavour, all the tannin, all the succulent fruit weight is all really harnessed within the skin of the berry. The ferment behind us is our K1 Middle Hill Shiraz, which has been on skins for 6 days now. So those skins are lighter than the sweet liquid underneath, so they keep wanting to float.
Beautiful. And so we're seeing the skins kind of go
reintroduced to
through.
the wine. You can see that absolutely beautiful colour, that claret colour. That's
gorgeous.
all within 6 days that we're getting all this colour. So
And it just
that
looks
wine's will be good.
gorgeous, doesn't it?
We can smell it from here. That's a good sign that there's that aromatics going on. So this will stay on skins maybe up to 9-10 days.
Okay.
And then we'll press it and it'll go to oak for its maturation.
And so then it's in barrels like our Chardonnay friends?
Absolutely. Then we'll see oak and mature there for 18 to 20 months before bottling.
We're heading now to the stainless steel tanks, where K1 Sauvignon Blanc begins its journey. Fermentation has only just wrapped up, so Shane's about to show us the wine at its freshest.
So, Shane, Sauvignon Blanc
Sauvignon Blanc,
Great.
one of our favourite varieties in the
Yeah.
Adelaide Hills
and globally.
and globally. It's close to 40% of what the Adelaide Hills produce by volume as a region. And our planting of Sauvignon Blanc is actually the oldest planting, commercial planting in the Adelaide Hills. And gives lovely aromatics and beautiful, fresh, crisp flavours that we're looking for.
Yeah, now this tank looks different to our Chardonnay barrels.
Chardonnay barrels, exactly. So here we're trying to preserve fruit. We want to really grab someone's attention as soon as their nose gets anywhere near that glass.
Well, you've got my attention.
So this was picked on the 17th of February.
Oh, the day before my birthday.
There we go. It's just finished primary fermentation. And we've just turned the temperature on to bring the fermentation back down and come to a halt. But this is going to be absolutely bone dry for sugar.
Okay.
Still a little bit cloudy in the glass, but we're looking at tropical fruit. So the guavas,
Yeah.
passion fruit,
It really is like a little fruit salad in there.
exactly. And that's what we're chasing. And even after 30, 40 seconds of tasting it, if you just breathe in through your nose, it reactivates those tropical fruit flavours. And that's really where we're looking at high quality, good quality Sauvignon Blanc.
So how different is this from what we will get in the bottle?
We can look at that when we're up on the vineyard.
All will be revealed.
Yeah, all will be revealed when we taste them together.
Well, shall we head to the vineyard so we can do a little bit of that side-by-side tasting?
Absolutely, that'd be great.
Great.
Let's go.
We should finish these first though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As vintage rolls on here at McLaren Vintners, there's still plenty more to explore. After the break, we're heading back to the K1 estate, where we're bringing up a sample of this year's freshly pressed juice to taste overlooking the lake house. We'll compare it with the finished wine and discover just how much changes from vineyard to bottle. And later, there's a very special pour waiting. All that when we return.
Welcome to the Jetty, Port Wollonga, a peaceful coastal getaway just 45 minutes from Adelaide. Sitting above Port Wollonga Beach, our cosy apartments offer stunning sea views and a place to truly unwind. Wake up to the fresh sea air and the gentle sound of waves. Step onto your private balcony, just a short walk from the historic jetty. Take a morning stroll on the sand, go for a swim in the clear blue water, or spend the day exploring nearby wineries and cafes. Whether you're after a romantic weekend, a quiet escape, or just some time by the sea, the Jetty, Port Wollonga, is waiting to welcome you.
Welcome back to the Cellar Door, Australia. We're back at K1 now, and I've got to say, this place is stunning. There's something about coming down that driveway, the trees opening up, and the lake house sitting right on the water. It just puts you in the mood for a glass of wine. Speaking of which, we've got this year's freshly pressed juice with us, and it's now time to do a side-by-side comparison with a finished bottle of wine to see how it compares. It's a very unique experience and one of the coolest comparisons you can make as a wine lover.
So what sort of changes will I taste?
You see clarity, so it's like the fruit sort of comes into focus as the wine prepares through to bottle. Brightness, probably more perfume and lift, because while the wine is cloudy, there is some solids in the wine that hold back that lift and perfume. But mainly on the palate, you should be able to see quite similar fruit profiles. So K1 is estate only.
Yes.
So year to year, the fruit source, the vineyard source is identical. So you should be able to see the signature of the vineyard in both samples, but a move to being more in focus in the bottled product.
That is so pretty.
Fresh as can be. It looks opalescent with the solids into the wine.
Make a nice nail polish shade.
And now this wine has settled and maybe got a little bit of oxygen as it was going to the bottle to bring the sample up here. There's a beautiful white flower, floral.
I feel like I could just drink this
Sauvignon Blanc is a beautiful juice, and even as a whole juice, it's one of the most delicious juices we see all year.
Cheers.
Cheers. Lovely stone fruits and pineapples and passion fruit, all those lovely mango,
Yeah.
but low floral notes as well. And that's a hallmark of this southern part of the Adelaide Hills. And lively, so the acids
Yeah, that
lively
passion
and
fruit
intriguing. Yeah,
zing
absolutely.
kinda.
Fresh from the tank is one thing, but here's where it's headed. The 2024 vintage, all polished and ready to go.
So if we look at it now as
Okay.
the previous finish, this is 2024 vintage.
Ooh.
Really see that floral note in focus.
Yeah.
It's like the camera's being focused right in.
Oh, that smells so good.
The passion fruit comes probably a little bit more forward. And just hints of the green apple. So we tend to get a nice apple blossom character up here as well. That's beautifully in focus.
Yum.
So this is, as we said, bone dry,
Yeah.
but that mouth feel and the weight of the older vines contributing there. So next one, we're going to look at the K1 Chardonnay. So again, tasting out a barrel, we tasted the cloudy juice, so we brought a little bit of that up to look side by side as well.
Wonderful. Not quite as pearly as the other one.
No, this has been in the barrel a little bit longer, so it's starting to solidify, and we've taken this out of the very top of the barrels.
Right, yeah.
The tab where we take the sample out of the Sauvignon Blanc is further down the tank, so we do get a variation there. And we did blend a few barrels together with this one. So rather than tasting one barrel at a time, this is a blend of about 6 barrels now. So you can see the build of complexity.
It smells like the best apple that you've
Yeah.
ever eaten.
There's some spicy notes there, a nuttiness from that new oak.
Yeah.
Vanilla's starting to come in, so we do get those beautiful characters coming from the oak, which is the beauty of a French oak barrel. The apple, the crisp, almost pink lady, so there's a floral element to the apple there as well. And then those spices are coming through quite nicely. Remember, these have only been in barrel a couple of weeks at this point, so
Yeah.
this is a very young wine. It's on the start of its progression into something quite special, I think.
All right, that's the young Chardonnay. Now let's see the older, wiser version, the 2023. Same fruit, just a couple of years further down the road.
So these are 100% all in barrel, 100% wild fermentation. It's about 40% new French oak, so we do get a lovely influence. Delicious. Again, the apples, citrus, drive through. Some nectarine comes through, so it's quite nice. White peach nectarine.
And it's sort of mellowed a bit from the...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's Chardonnay just calming down. So this is a teenager running around, jazz hands, look at me, look at me. This is settled down and becoming more mature, more
Invested
complex.
in some property,
Exactly.
reading books.
Portfolios.
Yeah.
All that sort of thing. You can see it glides and
God,
glistens.
it's so full.
And again, that is bone dry and sugar. So we're working with the time on lees, the time on yeast lees that go on contact. Supple, soft, mouth coating. It finds every corner of your mouth. And again, there's an energy about the wine.
Yeah. But a calm, relaxed energy.
relaxed,
A
yeah.
mature energy. Oh my God, that's delicious.
And a wine that invites you back for another sip and another.
It does. How about that?
It's time for the last sip of the day. And what a special sip it is. This is the moment we've all been waiting for, or at least I have. The flagship, the crown jewel of K1. A wine that doesn't come along every year, only in the best vintages, when the fruit, the weather, and the winemaking stars all align.
Here we are. So this is our flagship
Yeah.
wine.
I feel quite honoured.
It's a special little parcel. Zimican, it's called. So lovely to have a silent T involved, but it's a Shiraz Cabernet blend, and it's rack-dried fruit. So the fruit is picked into baskets and then goes inside a earth-floored shed where it dehydrates for up to 2 weeks. So that concentrates the flavours. So we end up with the dimpling of the fruit, keeps the acids that were there when we picked, and we get a concentration of flavour and complexity as well.
The parcels that the grapes come from,
Yep.
are they the same, or do you sort of go by, like every year, or do you
Yes,
go by?
it tends to be where we saw the harvester up at the top of the hill there. It tends to be at that end of the vineyards in both Shiraz and Cabernet each year that we make the wine. So it's not a wine that we make each year. The
Yeah.
seasons have to be right for this wine as well. I've been working with Geoff since 2006. And I certainly think 2017 is as good as they get as far as I've been involved with. So it's a wine I'm incredibly proud of and glad we get to share it with you today.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, wow. That's so rich.
It's like a spice cupboard. You can't even pick a spice to go with in a leading sense because it's got so much complexity in those spice notes.
Making my mouth water.
It's like a spice kitchen in amongst some lovely plummy fruits there. Blackberry, mulberry.
And you can, like that kind of sweet undertone from, I guess, the rack
It's a drying process. So yeah, the wine is dry in sugar terms. The alcohol is a little bit elevated because we have dried the fruit slightly, so we don't shy away from that.
Whoa, that's
But
really
it
nice.
really leaves you with this really ethereal, complex lift in your mouth and mouthfeel.
So we had our sort of teenage cloudy Chardonnay and then our adult refined Chardonnay.
Absolutely.
And now we've got the distinguished aunt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she's great.
It's favourite aunt.
Yes. That is so good. Shane, what a treat. Thank you so much for having me and for sharing these incredible wines.
No worries. Thanks very much for coming up and visiting.
Anytime.
And come back again soon.
I will.
All right.
Cheers.
Well, what a ride. We started the day knee-deep in the action of vintage, and we're ending it here at K1 with a glass in hand. Not a bad way to spend an afternoon. Getting to taste these wines at every stage, from cloudy juice to the finished drop, really shows you how much love and detail goes into every bottle. Geoff, Shane and the whole team pour their heart into this place, and you can taste it in every single sip. It's been an absolute treat being here today. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again soon on the Cellar Door Australia. Cheers!